So the one thing that I had is the Social Security narrative has become predominant.
Let's talk
And
about
that's, yeah, so it's going to be pretty brief. It's just
it. Okay.
a few paragraphs. But this is kind of like the standard of misinformation that we're being beleaguered by on social media. This is it's a very disappointing, it's a very disheartening example of how susceptible people are to narratives that are really easily disprovable. And this is something that somebody posted who has avoided and evaded a chance at debate, with me personally. But the narratives that Elon Musk and DOGE have discovered that there are 394 million Social Security recipients in the United States. Despite the country having only 334 million citizens, a discrepancy of more than 60 million people. And the claim, with using the math that he is basing his suppositions on, is that one third of all Social Security spending is fraud, based on the numbers that he's accumulated and integrated into his personal calculus. So basically, what this comes down to, though, is that Musk claims to have found people who are 150 years old or older in our Social Security system. And the belief is that these people are still receiving payments from the Social Security Administration, and Trump has endorsed and repeated these claims.
I heard that, yeah.
Apparently, he's still delicensing and investigating fact checkers, people who are fact checking him about this, because he's embraced these statements wholeheartedly. Social Security policy experts and economists told ABC News that Musk and Trump are getting it wrong. Who could have predicted that? Contending that Musk is misreading the agency's records system.
Didn't the DOGE team kind of literally misinterpret the numbers, where it was the dollar amount was in millions, but they thought it was said billions? They're like, oh my God, look what we found.
What are we speaking about?
I think it had to do with Social Security, but I could be wrong. That's just...
Was it Social Security? Yeah, I didn't find anything about that specifically.
Okay, it must have been something.
But I know that Musk recently confused places named Gaza. Oh. And he believed that we were sending $50 million worth of condoms to Gaza, and he thought it was Palestine Gaza. It was actually South African Gaza or some place in Africa. So, but he's been getting a lot of things wrong in a very short time span, which is unsurprising for somebody who's anti-intellectual and anti-factual as he is. But the Social Security Administration has multiple databases, including one that gets sent to the Treasury Department each month, outlining the payments that recipients receive from Social Security. And according to agency statistics, of the 67 million people who receive Social Security benefits, and that's a very different number than the 394 million people Musk was claiming.
Yeah.
Of the 67 million actual recipients who receive Social Security benefits, only 0.1% are over the age of 100. And so when they're throwing around numbers like tens of millions of dead people are getting Social Security, there's only 67 million total recipients. So where are these other people coming from? And if what Trump was asserting was true, then half of the people who receive Social Security, a whopping 50% of people who receive Social Security, would be dead. So Musk's claims, in contention with reality, is that half of people who receive Social Security payments are not alive.
Also,
what Musk is saying is,
keep in mind, married people, especially if there's a massive age difference, if one of the spouses dies, the survivor gets, their Social Security benefits, depending on the age that they died. So
yeah,
I've never heard that factored into the data that they find. The person may be dead, yes, but their Social Security is probably going to the next kin. Right. Not, I don't know. I don't know if it'd be called next of kin, but it would be essentially the surviving spouse.
Right.
Yeah.
And they have an explanation for that. And it's kind of a funny and simple explanation. But so SSA does make some improper payments But those improper payments are not widespread, and it's at around roughly 1%. So if what Elon Musk was saying, that if his numbers were true, then the percentage would be about a 50% amount for improper payments. But when you actually look at the actual fiscal data, then the improper payments come out to around roughly 1%. And most of those mistakes are made due to overpayments to living beneficiaries. Yeah. So the people who are still alive who receive benefits are getting overpaid a little bit. I'm sure they're not complaining. And that's according to a July 2024 Inspector General's report. The report found from 2015 through 2022, the Social Security Administration made $71.8 million in improper payments. But that's comprised, or that's a fraction of the $1 trillion in benefits that are administered every year. Other database experts said, let's see, there are people in the system, they said, who have died, but don't have a date of death recorded because they lived long before electronic records were established. And these data experts say that that's probably where Elon Musk's discrepancy is emerging from, is that there are some people who are included in the database who don't have a date of death recorded because they were basically included in that database before these things were electronically recorded. And apparently that sufficiently accounts for Elon Musk's discrepancy. Justin Wolfer is a professor of public policy and economics at the University of Michigan, said it is transparently obvious that Elon Musk had misinterpreted or is misrepresenting the data, but also noticed that Musk is conspicuously not showing his work for how he arrived at these conclusions, and that Musk has not explicitly said where he's getting the data from.
Interesting.
Which adds a little bit of a layer of intrigue to like what his motives are. Yeah. What he's trying to do is he's trying to cast doubt on Social Security.
Oh no, this is all
without being able to explain why.
This is all just an elaborate sort of planned campaign narrative to get public opinion against Social Security. So the Trump administration it's teeing up for the Trump administration to, quote unquote, reform it, which is just basically gut it. Yeah, this is like the obsession that people have with like the Twitter files and that being pushed about, and like how we just blatant lies, people believing that, and then like that those people's political narratives being constructed by those lies. Like this is happening right now with DOGE's findings, and it's all just to construct a narrative. That's it. I know Trump is saying right now that like he won't touch Social Security, but I guarantee you're going to probably see that opinion change.
It was like he said he wouldn't touch Social Security, but he'd been saying that the whole time. But that was apparently one of the provisions in some legislation he was supporting back in like his first term.
Yeah.
So he's already proven that he will say that he won't touch Social Security, but he will also support legislation that seeks to undermine Social Security and its financing. But I guess that's what you get when you trust somebody who is capable of such fraudulent enterprises as Trump University and the like.
Exactly.
Or somebody who's committed so much business fraud that he can't even like do business in New York anymore.
Yeah, no.
Like, you're really going to trust what this guy says about fucking Social Security.
Yeah.
That was my contribution for the day. So
yeah, thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, it's we gotta these narratives that are so easily challenged should be challenged. But the really sad thing is that this is about the level of credibility that that exists within like every conservative narrative that's being supported and advanced right now. It's like you do 5 minutes of research and these narratives do not withstand scrutiny, even for a moment. And it's really sad.
Yeah, don't believe it at face value. Just like a simple Google search will like dispel pretty much the majority of this.
Right.
But they're expecting people not to do that. They're just expecting people just to run with it. Because apparently Elon Musk is such a trustworthy person, apparently. So this is such bullshit, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what else
He's
can you say
resoundingly
to that?
and
It's just
resoundingly proven that.
such bullshit.
It's one of those things where you almost can't conceptualize how people keep falling for it over and over again. It almost makes you feel a little bit misanthropic about the human race. But,
yeah, no, I feel you there.
But not literally, because I don't think I'm ever going to get to that level of cynicism or disenchantment.
No, we don't have time for cynicism right now. We gotta. It's hope and action. So
it's got to be action for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that's what I got for today. I don't know if you got other stuff.
No, that's it. That's all I got. Well, I think next time, I like your meme idea, going over what right-wing memes and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was basically my submission for this. Last time was the Canada one.
Yeah.
Where the claim was that we're subsidizing Canada with $200 billion every year. It's like, God damn.
Yeah. But yeah, next time we'll do that. I'll have some stuff later on in the week. Maybe if you're free Sunday, we can do something then.
I'll have to see about Sunday. We'll talk about it.
Okay, yeah, but I'll have more stuff even then if we have to wait till next week. So
why not? I mean, we'll do a James Carville. We'll neoliberally triangulate. And figure out what. I think Sunday would probably be fine. I think I have a shorter work day on Sunday.
Okay, yeah, that's all good.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that ends it for us here, folks. Thanks for tuning in, Dave. Thanks for doing this with me again. Appreciate it.
Of course. Yeah. Always happy to support it.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, you guys take it easy, okay? Be safe out there. And love y'all.